Tuesday here with Milestone Mortgage Solutions, talking to Hudson from Lima Law.
Sir.
Hudson, I want to know everything. Tell me about Lima Law. Tell me about you. How'd you end up at Lima Law? How long have you been doing this?
Yeah. So Hudson Carvalho, Sales and Marketing Director with Lima Law Office. I've been on board with Michael going on 2 years, just under 2 years now. My background is in retail banking. I used to run banks for a living, and it was a unique situation where Michael and I found ourselves in a place where we could use each other to grow professionally.
Yeah.
And we took that opportunity and ran with it. So I do all the sales for the office, all the sales, marketing stuff. So my job really is to meet with loan officers, meet with realtors, build a relationship, and try to do awesome work together.
Nice.
Yeah.
So doing that, now I've worked with you before, so I've got a little bit of insight, and I can tell you some of the benefits that I've seen from working with Lima Law and having you in the position that you're in. Dealing with so many people in a transaction. Sometimes you have, the staff at the attorney's office, the attorney.
Exactly.
Maybe not everybody's on the same page. When you have somebody in your position, it's nice because I know I can reach out to you and just get answers like that.
Yep. So I wear a lot of hats, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is exactly that. I try to work as like a liaison between our partners and our office. You're always on the go. Realtors are always on the go. A lot of times you don't have the time to be scuffling through your emails to figure out who's working on what file.
Yeah.
So that's where I come in. You can call Hudson at Lima Law, and I'll get you whatever answer you need. If something needs to be addressed or fixed or something needs to get updated, I'm there as a resource. You know what I mean? I can make sure I get it done. It's easier for me to walk into that paralegal's office and make sure whatever you need gets done than you trying to figure that out and calling and waiting for her or him to return your call.
Yeah.
It makes things a lot easier for our partners.
So walk me through the general process at Lima Law. For those who don't know, because I think most people, they don't always work the same, right?
Sure.
All companies do things their own way, just like I do, just like other people in the industry does. So walk me through from either a business partner's standpoint or maybe a consumer standpoint, what it looks like to work with you in Lima Law.
Yeah. So, our focus, what we pride ourselves on as well, is our customer service, right? Our commitment to customer service. That's first and foremost the most important thing for us.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that experience, whether you're a business partner or a client, that you're getting that same experience. You want to make sure everything's running smoothly at all times. Communication is huge for us. So, a lot of times things happen because it was just miscommunication.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is huge. And it's one of the things that makes everything kind of go together, right? Streamline, it makes the process smooth. As a client, our paralegals are communicating through every step of the way as far as when we get the titles, if there's an issue with the title, some clients want to know about these things, others don't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
they're not even thinking about it.
So our staff does an awesome job of reading that, you know what I mean? So if we have clients that are reaching out to us directly to say, hey, what's going on, we make sure we keep up that communication. If clients don't reach out to us, we kind of just go at their pace, and if it's something that they should know right away, then we let them know.
Got it.
For people like you, man, it's just communication, making sure that whatever you got or whatever you need, you got it. You know what I mean? So that's my job, is to making sure that my clients, which is people like you, our realtor partners, are happy.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't think you can undervalue by any means communication. It's one of the biggest parts. You have
paramount.
How many people in a transaction at any given point? If there's a lack in communication, it's just going to break down from there.
The listing agent, the buyer agent, the LO, transaction coordinator, paralegal, attorney.
It goes.
Somebody's not going to communicate sometimes. You know what I mean? And that's where that gap kind of happens.
Yeah.
So my job is to make sure it doesn't. Keep things together, keep them moving smoothly.
And I think it's awesome that Lima Law has somebody in that position to do that.
Yeah.
Because not everybody does.
Not everybody does, and you know what? not everybody probably should.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah,
not everybody
that's
probably
true.
should.
That's
It
true.
may not make sense for some. It definitely made sense for our firm, and I think since we've been able to provide that kind of service, I think it's made a huge difference. Our clients are happy, their clients are happy, and when that happens, I'm happy.
Right
You
on.
know, Michael's happy, I'm happy, and it makes everything feel smooth. We want to make sure that that experience, because a lot of times, I mean, it's the biggest decision for that client. You know what I mean? That closing, it's a big deal.
Yep.
So we want to make it special. We want to make it special for that person, and if they're happy, they're going to keep coming back to you in the future.
Right on.
And hopefully
yeah.
us.
Yep. That full circle referable experience.
Yep.
So, what are some of the struggles that you deal with?
As far as the business,
Yeah, as far as the business, what you see in a day to day, maybe something that's different now than it was before, and
you know, so it's tough to say. I can't say that I struggle with anything in particular because I don't.
yeah,
I think sometimes where it can be challenging is there's a lot of people I need to keep happy. You know, it's not just my boss I got to keep happy. You know what I mean? It's all the relationships that I have, all the people I work with, all the people that depend on me, and then also trying to balance that with the home life. I think sometimes it could be challenging, but
definitely.
I make it a point to do it, and I think so far I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. Awesome.
know?
So we talked a little bit before this, and I think something else to note that may be a challenge for some people, and again, everybody runs their business different.
Yep.
Especially with everything with the pandemic, like that changed a lot of how everybody
Big
does
time.
business, right?
Big time.
But we got to pivot a little bit, and one of the things that you mentioned is traveling for closings. right?
Absolutely.
And that's still something that's not just COVID related. Like
Nope.
that's something
Nope,
that
it happens all the
sometimes you
time.
just need to do, and that's something you guys offer.
Yeah, that's exactly true. So, what we do for anybody, if they need it, is we'll conduct a closing at their home, at the home that they're borrowing, that they're buying. If they're refinancing, if for whatever reason, they can't leave the house. Like you said, during the pandemic, a lot of people they didn't want to leave the house, So
Yeah.
we were conducting closings in people's driveways, you know what I mean? So it was anything that we can do to make that client feel comfortable and make sure that they have what they need, we're going to do that. We'll travel anywhere, Connecticut, obviously Mass, New Hampshire, anywhere where we need to conduct the closing, we're going. We're going to make sure somebody's there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. It's like a little above and beyond. 'Cause I know not everybody
We try to
does
be.
that.
We
Yeah.
try to be. Title work it's not very exciting, right? I mean,
It's not so glamorous, right?
Right.
Like nobody gets excited to go like look at the title report
Exactly.
when it comes in.
It's the same thing. So like the same title that we would pull, the next person, the next title
Yeah.
company, the next attorney can pull. So anything that we can do to differentiate us from the rest, we want to do that. We want
Right
to stand
on.
out.
Yes. Yep.
And that's also one of the things that's been helping us grow. We've grown pretty substantially in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And we're still growing.
So what are some of your goals moving forward?
So as you know, I told you earlier, we got the Providence office up and going.
Yeah.
So our headquarters is still in East Providence. That's where we're conducting all of our closings. Our operations is there. All our paralegals, our attorneys are there. But now we just opened up the Lima Law Providence office, which is right on Custom Street, downtown Providence. My goal for this year and next is to grow that office up, right? Start doing more closings downtown, getting people to come see where we are, get to know us, and continue to grow the business, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all here to do the same thing. You
Yeah.
want to grow yours, I'm growing mine.
Yeah.
And anything that we can do to help each other grow, and any other partner, I'm all for it.
Nice. Cool. Last question I got for you. So tell us something about Hudson. Maybe something personal that people connect with that may want to make them just reach out to you all the more.
Yeah, sure. So a lot of people don't realize it because I don't have an accent, but I was born and raised in Brazil. I moved here as a child.
How old were you when you moved here?
I was 7.
Okay. All right.
I was 7, so I was young.
Yeah.
But during that, it was a big transition, right, for my family. I went to 7 different elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 1 high school. So I always tell people I grew up in East Providence because that's where I feel like I turned 18, like, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah,
I'm a man
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But really, I mean, I've lived everywhere. I've lived in Pawtucket, Central Falls, Cumberland, Providence, North Smithfield. Um, and I think it's one of those things that actually helped me in my life as far as being able to talk to people,
Yeah.
become friendly with
A
people.
little bit
'Cause
more
I
diverse,
moved
more
around so much.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I had no choice but to talk to people and
Yep.
make friends. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
It's not like I grew up in the same town. I knew the same people. I went to the same elementary. It was different every other year.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
And you speak Portuguese.
I speak, read, and write Portuguese.
That's huge.
I can do some Spanish.
Yep, that's huge.
But yeah, it's become super important in my job. I've translated for closings.
Yep.
You know, anything that I can do to help. Again,
A whole
whether
nother
it's
level.
language, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, absolutely. And I love it. Like I said, I love it. I
Yeah.
love what I do. I love the people I work with. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Fantastic. All right, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming
Appreciate
on.
it, man.
All right.
Thank you.